Hello you guys, and welcome back to my channel. As you can see from the title, this will be the 1,077th Fenty Beauty review. So today I just wanted to bring you guys a video just showing you how I've been using my Fenty products and just show you what I actually got. So first things first, of course, I got the foundation. This is called the Pro Filter Soft Matte Foundation, and the shade that I got was 250. I initially got 240 because they told me that this will oxidize and dry down to a darker shade, so I went to 240 at first, but it was way too ghostly. So 250 has been my perfect match. And along with the foundation, I ended up getting some of the highlighter, or the powder highlighter, and I got one of the matchstick highlighters. The powder highlighters that I got are Me Money and Hustler Baby, which looks like this here. I'm sure you guys have seen this. And then the matchstick that I got was in Confetti, which is life-giving. So I'm not going to swatch any of these products. I just want to show and kind of tell you my thoughts on everything. So let's go ahead, get this face started. All right, so my favorite way to apply this foundation has been with a beauty blender. I did not get the sponge only because I have a beauty blender, so you know, I could have passed on it. So to begin, I just use about 2 pumps. I work in smaller sections on my face because I find that this foundation does dry pretty quick. So I don't like for it to sit too long because otherwise it'll make it really hard for me to blend out. As you see, this is like a perfect match for me. I don't know how she did it, but as far as the undertones and everything are concerned, like, she really killed the formulations. Okay, so now I'm just going to take a half pump just to dot it on my forehead. So in total, I probably used about 2.5 pumps. I probably could have used less. I've actually used more than I usually do for this video purposes, but if I'm just wanting to do a quick full face, I can probably get away with like 1.5 pumps. And typically it's the same thing. I use the sponge. I tried using a brush the first few times that I used the foundation, and it wasn't my favorite. I found that I almost got like a really streaky application around my nose. So really just pressing the foundation into my skin, I found that I got a more flawless finish. And I would definitely describe this as more of a medium coverage. It's definitely not full, which, I mean, if you think of Rihanna and her looks when she does like red carpet and stuff, it's never like full on like cake. Like, she doesn't wear a lot of foundation. It's usually very natural looking skin and you know, pop of color on the eye and shimmer and all that jazz. So there goes my foundation. So I am going to do my brows off camera. I'll be right back. All right, brows are on. What do I want to do next? So, okay, so one of the things that I really liked about this foundation, the first couple of times I did go on ahead and set it with the powder. Today I am not, because I find that I really don't need to. Usually I do, like when I put on my concealer, I set that, and like I'll go on ahead and set around my nose and on my forehead a little bit. But outside of that, I really don't do much settings. So let's go on ahead and move on to the eyes. I'm not going to do anything too crazy. I just wanted to put together a more polished, simple look. So first I am going to prime my eyelids using the Urban Decay Eden Primer Potion. All right, the palette that I am using today is the Morphe. This is the 35R, which is just like the more neutral and gold palette. I'm gonna take a fluffy brush and go into, which color do I wanna go into? Yeah, I'm gonna go into this guy right here. This one is pretty well loved by me. All right, next I'm going to take this color here and just focus this more so on the outer part of my eye. All right, and before I go any further, I'm going to go on ahead and line my waterline. I do this first because my eyes tend to get pretty watery and I don't want to make a mess of everything else that I'm going to put down. All right, now going in with one of these highlighters here. If I could get it open. That's the one thing that I don't love about this packaging. It takes a few times to like kind of, I guess, loosen it up. Anyways, I'm going to take Hustler Baby on my lid. And I am just going to use like, you know, just a rounded shadow brush. Now I'm going to go into Mean Money with a larger shadow brush and just kind of dust that on the high point of my brow bone. When I first got these, I will say Mean Money was probably not one of my favorite highlighters out of this duo, but now I find more and more uses for this color. I really like it because it just provides a very subtle, soft glow, and then on the days that I just kind of want to do like a little bit concealer, mascara, and like maybe some bronzer, I do love this as like a very, you know, soft sheen of a highlight, not necessarily like, you know, something that's screaming at you. It's nice to be a little soft sometimes. Moving on, I'm just going to blend this outer corner or the edges of the highlight here. Like I said, I just want to keep it very basic, simple, straight to the point. All right, to conceal, I am going to use my Sephora Bright Future Gel Serum Concealer. I did not pick up one of the matchsticks for concealer because I was unsure whether or not I would like using a stick product around my eye. I am used to using a liquid, so I'm just going to stick with what I know because I don't know. I like not staying in my comfort zone, but if I know that I'm not going to use something as much, I'm just not even going to waste my money. So I did pass on that product, but who's to say I might go back and end up getting it. The other products that I wanted to get was the blotting powder and of course Trophy Wife. Every time I went up there, and I went up there like 3 different times during the process of that release, and all 3 times they were sold out of Trophy Wife. So, you know, what can you do? I tried, Ree. All right, so also I'm going to just prep my Laura Mercier powder just so I can set my under eyes as soon as I am finished blending them out. Also just going to set right in the middle of my forehead here. Without using any product on this brush, I'm just going to kind of blend this out here. And to contour, I am using my Anastasia Beverly Hills palette. This is nothing new, nothing spectacular. All right, and for blush today, I am using Bellissimo Bronze by Milani. All right, now moving on to one of my favorite products that are outside of the foundation, pretty much everything I really, really love. But this by far has probably been like one of the most unique highlighters that I own. And again, this is Confetti. And this is like a moonstone type highlight. And what I do is I use like a duo fiber brush. This one is just by Wet n Wild. And I just kind of like, you know, get some of the product on the brush and I just kind of stamp it on. And the type of highlight that this creates is just so unique to me. It is a little bit more on the, you know, glittery side, and you can almost kind of see like some of the glitter flick up when you do massage your brush into it. But I think it's just, it's so unique. It's so beautiful to me. So yeah, do the same thing on the other side. And I just take just the smallest amount on my nose and a little bit on my forehead. And what I've been doing is I'll put this down as a base because it adds like just a more interesting look. And then I'll take Mean Money right over top, and that kind of adds like that more traditional champagne looking highlight, but then you have like that undertone of like that lavender blue, and it's just, it's so fun to look at. I love it. All right, for lashes today, I am just using my Oh Darling, or these are the Darling Lash by Eco Lashes. So I'm gonna apply these really quickly and I will be back to show you what I'm putting on my lips. All right, I got my lashes on and I almost forgot to finish up my under eye. So I'm gonna just do that really quickly using the same color that I used in my crease here, which is a pencil brush. And I'm just gonna kind of smoke out the bottom slightly. And then taking that same brown color just on the outer part. All right, and then using Hustler Baby with a small detail brush, I'm going to take that down into my tear duct. And that finishes up the eye look. Since I did not get the lip gloss, I still wanted to kind of use the idea of like the Fenty Glow, which is more of a coppery shimmer color. And recently Wet n Wild released the, it's like their mermaid line. And this is in the shade Coral Crown. So I'm going to apply this. All right, so this makes the look. I hope that you guys enjoy watching me apply all of the products here. Overall, I have really enjoyed everything that I have used by Fenty Beauty so far. I think the foundation is definitely a standout. I've heard really, really good reviews on the primer as well. I just have not gone out to get it yet because I normally don't prime. But yeah, all in all, absolutely everything that I got, I love, and I have been using it non-stop, especially Confetti. If you have not tried out Confetti or has kind of like shied away from the idea of like this iridescent purple glow, I think that you need to go on ahead and just treat yourself. It's a very fun product to work with and I highly recommend it. I highly recommend trying everything. Like I said, the foundation by far is the standout. Just the longevity, the way it sets on your face. You don't even need a powder, which coming from somebody as oily as I am usually, it's awesome not to have that additional step, because then too, like, you almost start off looking really, really dry and eventually you get to the oily part. But I like more of the skin like finish of this foundation, and that's why it is stand out to me. Again, I thank you guys so much for taking your time to check my channel out. If you have not already, make sure that you please hit the subscribe button. It really, really helps me out as far as the growth of my channel. Until the next one, I will see you guys later. Have a good one. Peace.